everyone, and welcome back to The Fandom Lives. My name is Jamish, and I'm joined today for the second of our ongoing series by ComiKat. Hello.
Why, hello, James.
Hello, ComiKat.
Thank you for having me today here on your channel.
Just waiting for our lives. Yes, good. It is there. We are on. Just checking.
Yeah.
Hello, chat. It's good to see you. Throughout the show, we're gonna be looking at chat to see if you have any questions for our guest. This is an interview. It is meant to be like a talk. Hoodie Bird Papyrus do pun. I would say a pun, but I have no body to pun to. Ah, that was terrible.
That is funny. That was pretty good. That was a good one.
I don't know about that. Anyway,
I thought it was good. You just came up with it on the spot.
That's true. Hello, Nicholas Simmons. Hello, Sally Turk. Hello, Mega Joel Jason Studios.
Flying spaghetti.
Fly spaghetti. Knees weak, arms spent. Mob spaghetti.
Are we gonna spend the rest of the stream saying hi to people?
Yes.
That sounds like fun.
Great. Anyway, first of all, hello to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I just had some breakfast. I woke up. Now I'm here.
The start of every productive day.
Yeah, pretty much. Just hop onto the internet and do some interviews.
Yeah, great. Hi everybody. So I've got some notices because last time I just did the episode with Blair completely blind, but I've got some announcements, just things that we want to communicate to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We love you all dearly. Thank you for bearing with us while we are preparing projects, getting on with lots of cool stuff that we hope to show you very soon. The first announcement is the TwoAllNighters merch now on sale. If you go down to the description, should in theory be links to a page where we've got lots of hoodies, t-shirts, that kind of thing. The hoodie is actually
in time for my birthday.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually, which one do you want? I'll get you something. Anyway,
I don't know.
The hoodie is actually, if I was going to get you anyone, it would be the hoodie. The hoodie is super comfortable. It looks amazing. It's a really lovely pattern. It's got like the logo on the back. There you go. Check it out. The hoodie actually comes with my personal recommendation. Not that counts for much. Anyway, like we mentioned earlier on, this is a interview stream, so ask us questions. Ask us questions, please. We are really keen to hear from you and to involve you guys with what happens. My name is Jamish with 4 E's. If you at me, I'm going to see your question. Megan here is as well. What's your YouTube username? Is it still ComiKat or?
I'm on a secret account. Just kidding. I could switch over to that one.
If you could, I mean, like if you at me, then I'll be able to see. And then if you're at ComiKat, then we're more likely to be able to see your questions. Because last time we did the stream, I watched back the last episode, and there was lots of stuff happening in the chat that I wanted to engage with, and I was like, no, it sucks, I missed that. So please keep us engaged and involved. Thank you. And of course, this goes without saying, but listen, be kind to each other, please. Be respectful. Be good people. Be the kind of people who give this fandom a good name. If you would like, also, number 3, if you would like a certain creator of content to feature on The Fandom Lives in future episodes, please let me know. I'm on Discord, I'm in the fan server, just send me a message. I will be happy to take any and all ideas. We do have, I think, 5 people in line already, which is pretty crazy, considering we've only had 1 episode. So please let me know if you want anybody else, then I will let you know and just reach out to those people. And the last thing, after this stream, I'm going to go straight onto our fan server. I've already mentioned it, to voice chat, to hang out with you guys, say hello, spread the love. It will be really good to say hi to you properly, not just over a YouTube comment section. Cool. Great. I think that's all from me at the moment. Anything from you, ComiKat?
I have very little to announce, so no.
Okay, brilliant. I guess the next thing is to welcome you to the next episode of The Phantom Lives. And welcome back. How we doing?
Still good. Still
Great.
here.
Sorry, I'm just really keen
Still,
on showing off my work.
Still Undertale creator
Amazing.
person.
I should probably get started. On this, shouldn't I? So welcome back. We've already started a game, and the character's name is Greg. And we're doing a pacifist run, and we've spared Toriel. The cool thing about this is that it's a remake. So it's a remake of all of the sprites, not only in battle but also like the talking sprites as well. So lots of cool stuff
Figure out a way
there.
to make that small so I can see chat things.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I only have one monitor.
Yeah, me too. Actually, what I might do, just bear with me, everybody. I'm going to bring up YouTube on my phone. Look at this, clever, clever boy. Thank you for bearing with me, everybody.
I've done it.
11 out of 10. Millie, thank you so much. Like, oh my goodness. Thank you so much for being so kind. Like, I really appreciate it. It took a while to make that.
Sorry, I was laughing at something my sibling sent me, which is the Instagram they just created.
Okay.
It's Shrimp Bimp.
Shrimp Bimp.
It's very funny to me. It's like shrimp_bimp.
Nice. Anyway, we are doing a pacifist run. Ah, here is the character.
I'll voice Papyrus.
You want to go for it? Go for it. Do it.
No, I was kidding. I can, but I know you like him. You like doing that one.
Maybe.
I can be Sans.
Oh man, I'm just so loud when I voice Papyrus. I feel like I'm going to break my speaker.
Sans. I auditioned for Sans.
Oh my god! Is that a human? No, I can't do this. It's gonna. The stream will break. The internet will break.
Actually, I think that's a rock.
Ow.
Hey, what's that in front of the rock?
Oh my god! Is that a human?
Yes.
Oh my god! I finally did it. Undyne will. I'll be so popular. Oh my goodness.
Popular ×3.
There is audio clipping. I need to calm down. Cool.
Just lean far, far away from your mic.
I can't. It's on my headset.
Oh, that's why you have problems.
Yes. Yeah. I'm checking. I'll calm down. Maybe turn myself down a bit. I'm going to turn myself down a bit.
Maybe. If you want to voice Papyrus more.
Thank you for your feedback. I hope that improves. Let me know if I need to keep adjusting. Thank you. It's Shav. Hello, Shav. You will be delivered to the capital. Then. I'm not sure what's next. Oh, this is peak voice act.
Only if you die.
That's amazing. I love it. Anyway, we're not just here to read the text that you can clearly see in front of you of a game that you have almost certainly played before. Megan. When,
Ooh.
What? Oh, heck. I'm being attacked. Snowdrake. Do you see, the color?
I do see the color. It's blue and yellow. And I think that's purple.
It's a crazy mix.
Sure looks like purple to me.
Oh, hop.
It's nice.
I'm gonna
that
laugh.
Somebody colored it.
It's true.
Pixel art's tough.
It is, yeah. Oh, head. Oh, God.
They've shaded in places.
It's the shading that really makes it impressive, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, Undertale.
Mm-hmm.
When did you first play Undertale? Was it on release, or was it not until a little while afterwards?
It
was pretty close to release. Not like the day it came out or anything, because, well, I wasn't really paying attention. But some of my friends played it, and they were like, "You gotta play it." And I was like, "Okay." And one of my friends was like, "Yeah, it's a great game where you don't have to kill everyone, but you do have to kill one person." And I was like, "What? Why?" And they were like, "You just have to. The game makes you." And it's like, "Oh, well, all right, I guess. I don't like that." So, yeah, that's how. Yeah, so I started playing it, played it. It was fun, and I basically just stayed in the ruins for a really long time because I was like, "Why leave? I like it here.
Aw.
I wanna go to the frog hunting spot and shit. You know?
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
want to like. I was like, who cares what's behind that door? Obviously, bad things. I'm gonna stay here. But eventually, I was like, well, I just started sleeping in Frisk's room for like. I just didn't leave Frisk's room for a while and just kept sleeping. And I was like, this is sad. Cause,
Yeah.
like...
It's a bit close to home. This feels a bit too much like real life.
Yeah. At that point, I was like, my mom's not checking up on me. That makes me sad. I think I'm gonna go through that door. So I'm like, okay. Hey, Mom, I want to leave through the door. I want to explore the world. I don't want to just sleep in my bed every day. And Mom's like, don't go. And I'm like, but I must go. So I go. And I'm like, fighting her. And I'm like, trying to spare her and stuff, because that's the game so far. I'm like, why isn't it working?
Yeah.
So I was like, do I have to, is this the one I have to, do I have to fight her? So I tried fighting her. And you know how people do where they accidentally kill Toriel?
Yeah, well, that was me. That was me on my first playthrough.
Yeah, I did that, and I hated it, so I stopped playing Undertale.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, this game sucks, and I hate it, and I don't want to play it ever again. And then my friend was like, restart, it'll be fine. And I was like, but you said I had to kill someone. And it's like, yeah, but you don't have to kill Tori. And I was like, what? I thought I had to. You said. Why? Would you mislead me? And they're like, no. You can spare Tori. And I'm like, how? And it's like, you just have to keep sparing her. And I'm like, I did that. And it's like, you didn't do it enough. And I was like, ugh. So.
Flying Spaghetti had a similar experience.
Yeah, so I went back in, and then everyone remembered that I killed Toriel, and I was like,
yeah, totally. The game
doesn't feel great also, and it just made me want to just restart, but I kept playing anyway, and I was like, this is fine.
Totally. I mean,
and I eventually made it to the end, and then I was like, oh, you don't actually kill Asgore, you jerk. Flowey does. Why? So never tell anyone that you have to kill anyone in Undertale. You don't. You really actually don't.
That's true. But now I'm it's surprising to me that you kind of almost gave up on it a little bit, because I killed Toriel, and people have told me that they kill Toriel and then they try and like load the game, and Flowey is like, I know what you're doing, but I just kind of was like, oh man, that sucks, and I kind of carried on anyway because I was intrigued. It was like I'd rarely come across a game that really makes me double guess, I guess, myself.
Well, I was sort of like, I liked the character. I liked Toriel.
Yeah.
And she's a really good mom character.
Totally.
It's like, oh, she cares about you and stuff.
Yeah, totally. And I've said this to Blair last time.
I didn't want to play a game. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it. Go. I mean, I was going to say, I said to Blair last time, like, when you're playing it through multiple times, Toriel becomes a bit annoying. But on my first playthrough, it was like, no, this is okay. I'm all right with this. I'm okay to be a bit like mollycoddled over a bit. What were you going to say?
I don't. What was I saying before? Something about Toriel.
The fact that you like her, I guess.
Well, it's not just Toriel. It's like, if I fell underground, if I was a little kid, I would just live there, probably. I mean, there's frogs and stuff, and Toriel seems nice, and there's books. I can read those, and like, I don't know. Seems like it wouldn't be so bad, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm sure, like...
So...
Yeah, I think there's like an AU that I've read, like a comic, a while ago, in which the Frisk of that AU did spend, like, months at Toriel's.
And I'm sure, like... Well, yeah, that's kind of what I did.
Totally. That's so good.
I mean, not literal months because I wasn't sitting at my computer that long, but you know,
Yeah. But you
it
were
was
up
a
for
while.
Yeah. So like, I mean, what was it that changed? Were you just curious? Obviously, you kind of killed Toriel by accident. You didn't come back to the game for a while. Was it curiosity that brought you back, or was it your friend
Mm,
who was just like,
yeah, it's because I talked to my friend about how upset I was, and they were like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. No, Toriel's not the one you have to kill." And I'm like, "What?
yeah.
Why did you tell me I had to kill anyone? Don't do that."
Was that Deanna, by the way?
No,
Oh, okay.
I hadn't met Deanna yet. This is pre-Deanna,
Oh, wow.
pre-meeting you. This is back when I was in like just graduated from high school.
Man.
Because I graduated 2015, so that's when Undertale was coming out. I think, right?
Yeah.
I remember things correctly.
September.
Time's weird.
It was September 15, chat. Is
Yeah,
that
so I
right?
had graduated. I had just started college.
I would just live there. There's frogs and stuff. Iconic. Anyway,
Yeah.
cool. So that's really great. I'm glad. Like, obviously, Undertale.
And there's a cute ghost who hangs out sometimes. Could have been friends with the ghost.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's
The
lore
ghost
here.
seems like we could be good friends.
There's a fanfic here somewhere. Anyway,
Yeah.
so like,
Plus, Sans shows up like every day and is like knock knock. I could have like said, "Hey, Sans."
this
Or
this
something.
is a very bad joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
To you.
Just play the whole game through a door.
Yeah. Isn't that basically what you're doing
In the
by sitting at a
ruins.
computer screen anyway? Like, you know.
Sure. Yeah, kind of. If you want to look at it that way.
So obviously, you played it, you enjoyed it. At what point does it become something you're creating stuff for? Like, first of all, like what have you created? Like, what are you?
Ooh.
What's the connection
That's
between
a
you and Undertale?
fun question. Well, it starts before Undertale with other things like anime and books, and I had friends who did things like writing fan fiction or making fan art or creating fan AUs. I was always sort of on the periphery of that. I never really I didn't write a fan fiction myself. I didn't really draw fan art, but I would join in on the discussions,
Okay.
like the AUs and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm into that. And one of the fandoms I am was/am in, Homestuck.
Okay.
Which is another reason why a lot of my friends played Undertale because, well, Toby did some work on Homestuck.
Yeah, he did music, didn't he?
And he made this game. Yeah, I think Undertale was sort of like his way of like practicing making a game for some other thing that he was working on. I don't remember, but then it got really successful.
Mm. Yeah, like it
That was
exploded.
cool.
It exploded in a way that I don't think he predicted. But like
Yeah.
you've talked to me before about how you think it's the established sort of Homestuck fans that helped contribute to that.
Well, I mean, in part. I mean, that's probably part of why it got spread really fast.
Yeah.
Just because like a lot of people who are in the Homestuck fandom were watching it, being like, "We need something," so this was something
Because
for them to
Homestuck had taken a break, is that right?
Yeah, I think it was one of those hiatus things that occasionally happened.
And that makes sense. Like webcomics.
Yeah, Homestuck was a wild ride when it was like happening.
Yeah. Oh, what am I doing?
Like the updates were frequent but random. That kind of thing.
I'm making it worse.
There's just so much. And that's what I wanted to bring up is like the fan community that's around Homestuck is there's just a lot going on there, you know?
Yeah, totally.
And I of course as a member of the fandom like enjoyed the fan art and the stories, and people in the Homestuck fandom even made fan games, like they straight up coded and drew things and made games about it, and not even about the comic itself, just like random AUs with the characters in it.
Yeah.
And the quality behind those things was really good, and I kind of could tell what sort of things were like really good, at least in my opinion. And when I read when I started checking out Undertale stuff, Deanna's comic stuck out to me because I was like, oh yeah, this is totally the kind of thing I would do if I was making a thing. And then Deanna posted, I think, an invitation to a Skype call or something, and was like, hey, random people, join me. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm not doing anything tonight, so I went on, and yeah, that's how things started.
So just that for the audience, Deanna is Trash Queen's...
My co-creator.
Yeah, the name of Trash Queen, who is the artist, and I don't know, do we say creative lead, or are you the creative lead? I don't know what job title is on this, but the main artist for Ask Risk
It's
and Company.
co-creator.
And then, obviously, Megan ComiKat's talking about how they became the co-creator, which is a very exciting, and it's crazy because it doesn't. Often it's hard to like put it down to like one moment, but it seems like you've got one quite explicitly in your mind.
More or less. I mean, I wasn't like the person who was working with her initially, because there was just a lot of people throwing spaghetti at the wall.
Yeah. Totally.
I was just pretty good at my spaghetti was tasty, I guess.
There you go. So I'm getting distracted because I have to focus on playing the game and like talking to you at the same time.
I'm completely ignoring it.
So it's Ask Risk and Company, and you had obviously done some stuff with the Homestuck, so there's obviously a connection there.
I was an observer more than anything else. Undertale was the first time I actually like got involved in a fandom properly. And I'd always just been a consumer, but now I'm a maker.
Yeah, totally. So that was the big jump. I mean, how'd that feel?
Good. I was glad I was finally making something, because I mean, I was always making things, but I never really put them anywhere, you know? I just sort of have some of like my old stuff in a binder somewhere of like AUs and whatnot, just ideas.
Is that the kind of stuff that will never be seen by anybody, or will you ever?
I mean, probably.
I mean,
probably not. I could talk about it with you if you wanted, but I don't think you would know. Like, it's Homestuck stuff, so at least some of it.
I've read some of Homestuck.
Well, maybe I'll tell you about it sometime.
Yeah.
I have a Oran High School Host Club AU. It's fun.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
my sibling did some drawings for it.
Oh, cool. That is cool, and it's good to like try different
I wanted
ideas.
to mention.
Yeah, definitely. Is there a link you can put in the VC or something, or?
They're not super active, but they literally just made an Instagram account, and their thing is, I'll just type it in chat.
Yeah, sure, do it.
It fills you with determination.
It's a funny name.
It's great.
Yeah, I love them. They're good.
Grace
and they're
loves
really
animes.
good at art. It makes me want to cry.
Shrimp_Vim. Grace loves animes. Same. Undertale was the first fandom I was active in. You know what? I'm the same. An observer, a fan of Pokemon, a fan of a bunch of different anime shows, but Undertale was like, yeah, totally. Let's have a look. Oh,
Risa wants to know, is Homestuck that good?
I don't know. What do you think?
It's a good question. It's, if you like it, you'll really like it. But I don't know what to say about it. It's a really long comic. I liked it. The art style is pretty simple, but it gets more complicated when it needs to. It's a lot of fun. It's like a mixed media project in a lot of ways. It's got music sometimes. It's got some interactive bits. Flash died though, so those are now like videos, but that's fine.
That's true. Yeah, there was a period of time where it's like the Newgrounds time, right? So where you had to have Flash Player on your computer to, you know, the first little bits of like voice acting stuff that I was doing. I hosted it on Newgrounds long after Newgrounds was dead.
Oh, wow.
It was like, man, it was like the least woke thing that I've ever done.
That's funny. That's funny, James.
Yeah, man. I'm just a spring bean.
Oh, that's where things started taking off. Like after I started working with DNL and Ask Frisking Company, wow, a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah,
I'm
totally.
remembering everything.
Well,
And it's like, oh, that's a lot.
So like, what happened? What happened next? Like, did you know that things were working once you were working on the comic, or was there a bigger break that happened afterwards? Like,
I mean, okay, so after we got into the Skype call, I was like, man, dude, there's too many people in the Skype call. Because there was a lot of people in the Skype call.
Yeah, totally.
And it was kind of hard to focus.
Okay.
So I was like, can we... Do you and me want to, like, talk about stuff? And she was like, yeah. And then we became friends, and I was the person who started helping the most, and then it just sort of became just me at some point. I think it was mostly around the meme lord stuff.
Yeah.
Where, spoilers for AFAC, Sans has a fun fight with a ghost in his head, and because he uses his powers of imagination to fight said ghost with memes.
Oh yeah, and
that was a lot of fun.
I can't believe I haven't said this until now, but if you haven't read the comic Ask Friskin Company, guys, you must. It is so much fun. It's so good. Like,
yeah.
For many people, myself included, it was the kind of portal back into the Undertale sort of feel after having finished the game. It's possible that I may have a problem.
With
apparently, I mean, if you're looking at the game, it's possible that I may have a problem. Apparently, I'm just petting the dog too much.
Oh yeah. Keep petting that dog. Just keep doing it.
I mean,
stop.
Listen.
There's no reason to, right? There's no reason to stop. It's not going to stop you.
There's no reason to carry on, but there's no reason to stop either. I'm.
It's not like anyone's going to come along and be like, "Hey, stop petting that dog." That'd be ridiculous.
Would you like to use this to announce that thing? Do you know what? I'll see what Megan says, but maybe later. Maybe later on in the stream. But yeah, I'll talk to you about it in a sec. Don't worry. Surprises. We've got to keep the audience engaged.
Am I supposed to be the audience?
I mean, in this case, like, well, you're already aware of what's. Anyway, I'm gonna carry on. But yeah, it's possible I may have a problem, and we're talking about the comic. I'm pretty sure everybody watching would be doing this if they were playing Undertale.
Why not? You have all the time in the world to pet this dog.
Keep petting forever, Dottie. Yes.
Might as well.
Hey, stop petting that dog.
Let's just
Spaghetti. I'm not going to stop.
How about you just do this? How about this is the rest of the stream for you?
Just like forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
why
it
not?
keep going at this point? I'm going to keep going and see what happens.
I'll eventually hit space or the center of the planet, one of the two.
Is this it? Is this as far as it goes?
No. Pretty sure it goes farther. You're just not trying hard enough.
I'm a big fan that you're in a position of knowledge here.
Keep going. Literally nothing happens, but keep doing it anyway.
I'm gonna keep on doing it. I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's right.
Is he gonna pop up the bottom of the text screen?
One would hope.
I hope so. If this happens.
Keep hoping.
Yes!
Keep the hope alive.
Look at this. The little ears.
There he is.
Look at it.
There he is. There he goes.
That's the best thing I've ever seen.
Here he comes. He's coming to
Perhaps
see you.
mankind was not meant to pet this much.
Oh man, imagine if this was in 3D though.
Oh man, I'm not really surprised that they didn't do the mod on this fight because this would
play
take
a snake game with this dog.
Oh my god.
Probably, right?
You should get into the contact with one of those Homestuck like game developers and just get a version of Snake with lesser dog from Undertale.
I would probably contact someone in the Undertale fandom.
Do you remember that Undertale stream where Jamesh pet that dog for 48 hours? I remember it because I'm still doing it right now.
Hey, I can stick around till then.
Amazing. So
no plans today.
I'm trying to like coax you into discussing the meme lord happens. You get a bit further with the comic, and then YouTube, right? YouTube becomes a thing for you guys. Isn't that right?
I was getting to that.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying.
I was going in chronological order.
Ah, I see. Really?
Yeah. So yeah, basically throughout the arc with that, I contribute like a lot of stuff. At this point I am basically her partner, and then
Yeah.
I officially am her partner.
Yeah, totally.
And yeah, and then someone, yeah, right around then is when we do get like she likes to look up the tag of AFAC just on the internet sometimes.
Yeah.
Not as much recently, but especially early on. And yeah, we found someone doing a dub of our comic, and she was like, "Cool." And I was like, "Yeah, that is cool." And she's like, "I want to do it." And I'm like, "Okay, but to
Yeah.
keep things fair, we should use disguises." So we made some accounts with names that were nothing like our names, and then we auditioned for the thing because no one knows what we sound like, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And the creator of the fandom eventually contacted us and was like, "Hey, I'm making a dub of your comic. Do you want to help with the audition process?" And we were like, "Yeah, but also we auditioned for things." And she was like, "Oh, cool. I was actually already planning to cast those ones, so yeah, good."
Yeah.
I was like, "Cool."
Amazing.
Yeah, and that was really, really cool. We met a lot of people through that, and we actually went to their wedding. The ones who, yeah, Fandom. She
Okay.
got married to
Gee.
one of our, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we got invited because they met through that Skype call. Well, not the Skype call, but
Yeah.
we kept in contact with a lot of people from the Skype call as they're kind of they're like our friends.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so we kept in contact with them, and
That's great.
yeah,
Super good.
other people meet other people, and they got married.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
That's
it was
so
a great
cool.
wedding.
It's like, you know, like fandom is funny because you obviously have groups of people who are of like mind congregating in certain spaces, and there must have been quite a feeling, like just thinking about how Deanna feels at that point. Like it's because of a creation that Deanna's made and that you've contributed to, and these people have met and they've fallen in love, and there must be like an incredible sense of pride, I guess, but also like just
I want to clarify some stuff. Like, dude, I'm also making this comic.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
I know. I'm sorry.
I know it's okay. I get that the impression is like that Deanna's doing everything, but I promise it's like an equal effort kind of deal.
It's time for me to spare the dog. I'm sparing the dog.
Yeah.
If I'm giving you the impression that I'm just attributing credit to Trash Queen, I'm sorry. I know that you do a lot of work on that as well.
Like, don't get me wrong. She started the thing, and she probably could have done it by herself, but like she's told me that like if I didn't get involved, she probably wouldn't have kept going. So
yeah. And yeah, I apologize if I'm giving you the impression that no, that's fine. It's good.
Sometimes it feels like people don't remember that I'm involved because I'm not as active with talking to the fans and stuff.
No, but you are because you're here, and I apologize for not making that more clear. So
No, that's okay. Sorry.
No, that's fine. So obviously the Ask Risk and Company dub, it was originally on YouTube under the name Ask Risk and Company, but one thing leads to another, and I remember like we're talking hundreds of thousands of views on each video. It hugely
what
exploded.
happened was we started trying to do more. Like we tried to do things outside of Undertale. We tried to do other projects besides just our comic, and like we were just doing it for fun initially, but then it started becoming like, oh, this could be like a thing, and we tried to make it a thing, but like burnout, basically.
Yeah, burnout.
Like we took on too much, and then it just sort of fell apart.
Totally.
But you know, it was a good experience, and I learned a lot from it.
Totally.
Like TwoAllNighters, for example, having that meeting about having other people take responsibility for projects and stuff like that, having more than just one person in charge of everything, doing everything by themselves, that's important.
Yeah, and I guess if there was one thing that Studio Catbird I don't know. I feel like I'm not really in a position where I can make any comment on it, but it was obvious that burnout became a debilitating factor, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
obviously, like the learning point for you and for me was that if we were going to try this project again, we were going to do it in a way that was respectful of the fact that people have lives and other things, and yeah, and it's tough because obviously it's something that you are very passionate about as well.
Yes, I am
And
very
so obviously,
passionate.
yeah, and you want to create in a way that's true to the vision that you have, while at the same time respecting that there are other people in the team who have their own ideas, and yeah, it's crazy. But you must be like super stoked as to how like successful it really became. Like for a lot of people, it became an important piece of Undertale related media.
I don't know. For me, it's just I'm making something.
Yeah.
And people are reading it, and that's good. I don't really look at the numbers. Like, I'm not really making. We are making like some money, but it's like I get like $20 a month.
Yeah, totally.
So it's like not really. I don't know. For me, it's about making something more than the stuff around that, because as is evident by the fact that I don't really engage a lot with, people I don't know.
Thank you so much for your enthusiasm, YouTube viewing audience. You are so cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, cool, amazing. So is success more for you then? You're making it sound like success for you is more just creating what you're passionate about.
Oh yeah, like it's by a lot of standards, by people who aren't necessarily looking for internet fame, we're not especially successful or whatever. But success for me is just making something that I think is good, you know. And I think our comic's pretty good.
Yeah,
Most
totally.
of the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most of the time, it's pretty good. And like, it's not perfect, obviously. Like, sometimes spelling errors get through. Sometimes Deanna gives up and posts something before it's ready. Honestly, yeah. One of the questions you sent me that we were gonna bring up. Let me go look at it real quick.
Yeah, sure.
How do you balance doing what you love with producing things people will like?
Yeah.
Honestly, the only person that I have to worry about is Deanna. Because she's my partner. Yeah. So like when I'm making it, the only person I'm really fighting is her. But we're fighting together to make something good.
Yeah.
She's mostly fighting me because she wants to post it now. She doesn't want to do she already rasterized the image. She doesn't want to go back and change that expression to be something else. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Like mostly it's just learning to work together better so that it's not hard.
Yeah, totally.
And it's just learning those little things, just working together and learning. Because we both have like different ideas, and she is the one doing the art, which is a lot of the actual physical labor of the thing, which is unfortunate because she deals with like fatigue and depression, and all these things are working against her as far as making something goes. So in order to make it good, I have to like be really patient and be like, hey, because also she feels bad whenever I point out something like, we need to fix this, and she's like, but I thought it was good, and I'm like, it is good, but I want to make it better.
Yeah, totally. Oh,
that's like an everyday conversation between us.
Yeah.
She's like, I thought the thing I did was good, and I'm like, it is good, and I love it. That's why I want to make it better.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I
like
guess
like our most recent update with the fight that's happening between two characters. Am I supposed to try not to spoil my own comic here? Probably, right?
I mean,
just a little.
you've spoiled something from a long time ago, but that's not the end of the
Not
world.
really.
But the current arc is, I mean, we can spoil that it's like a wrestling arc. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you guys
Deanna
are
likes
interested,
wrestling,
like,
and I
yeah,
am on board. I'm like, yeah, wrestling's good.
yeah, it's super fun. Like, just
It is fun.
and some of the like, just some of the poses that she's able
Having
to
some
get
good.
out, and
Yeah, that's the thing. Like part of what I do is I like suggest, like I storyboard.
yeah,
Like I do storyboarding. Sometimes I'll even do sketches and she'll draw over the sketches. Sometimes it's just me being like, "Can you make that expression but more? Can you like make the corners go up? Can you like make the eyes curve? Can you do this and that to the eyebrows? Can you make it turn
yeah,
like 40 degrees to the left?" That kind of stuff. And it's like I'm 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 there doing the like those little adjustments and those big sweeping movements, and she's doing everything in between,
oh,
you know.
yeah, totally.
So like when we're planning like the plot,
Mm.
we just talk about it, and we figure out like what's coming next and what's in the future, and we go back and remember where we've been, and that's just how we do it.
I mean, that's such an important part of any creative process. It's the
Mm-hmm.
capacity to sort of look at what you're doing and say, okay, this is all right, but how can it be made better? And I guess a second pair of eyes is really, really important in that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like Deanna gave me express permission. Hey, if you want to put me on blast, do it. So I was like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna tell. Like, I'm just telling what we actually do.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
And she's great to work with. Like, I wouldn't be able to do this without her. Is the thing. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it would be impossible. Well, it wouldn't be impossible, but it wouldn't be half as good. I'm not that good at drawing.
Yeah, yeah.
Hence why I only do storyboards.
Okay. Man, maybe like you could make the storyboards available if you felt brave enough, because that would be a really
And do you
interesting.
want me to just take a screen cap of some?
Oh, totally.
It's not
Yeah.
like, listen, it's not going to make any sense because I was there pointing at the things being like, and then this.
Yeah.
It's just stick figure doodle type things, but it is fun.
Yeah, and it might be interesting. I mean, as I've said before, we'll be on Discord after this, and that's the kind of thing that maybe you might be interested in seeing. So stick
Yeah,
around.
mostly just for scenes like this where it's a fight, where there's a lot of movement. And
Yeah.
like sometimes Deanna doesn't think about sequence and what the emotions are all throughout. And I
Yeah.
have to be like, no, it's not papyrus enough, or whatever.
Yeah, totally. And again, that comes back to like there's a constant feedback there, and it's so cool that like you two have a strong enough trust, and you rely on each other enough that like Deanna will know that you're not being critical, you're wanting to make it better, which is super good.
Yeah.
That's such an
I think
important thing.
she's figuring it out. It's a process. I have
Yeah.
to, like, we often have misunderstandings sometimes because both of us are, like, the way we communicate is different sometimes. And just learning how to talk to each other and working through misunderstandings is a thing we do also all the time when it comes to work.
But that's such an important like thing to learn, just as a
Yeah.
part of like being a human.
Honestly, I think it's great sometimes.
Totally.
After the fact.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Like hindsight is 2020. Like, we said that we weren't going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, right? But
No, I said I was gonna mention it.
yeah. I mean,
I wasn't going to go on and on about my characters and the backstory, and I wasn't going to ask you all the questions I have.
Well, I just feel like it's relevant because like what you're talking about is really relevant to
skills.
like that kind of stuff that you develop playing D&D.
D&D.
Yeah, totally. If you haven't played D&D, you need to. Which
but be careful.
Be careful not to get too.
Be careful. Listen, I have some things I need to say, like about the topic. But you go first, James. Go first.
I was going to ask you, what are your interests outside of content creation, outside of doing the comic? And D&D is one of them.
There are things outside of it. There are. I like to read. I like reading webcomics. I like watching cartoons.
Yeah.
I also sometimes watch live action TV shows, like cooking shows, and
Mhm.
I consume lots of different kinds of media. I like music. I'm not really like I'm not really the type of person who like gets into the celebrity stuff. Like I don't really pay attention to necessarily who's making things all the time.
Yeah.
I guess I've become a bit more aware of that by becoming someone who makes things. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, there are authors and things to these books. That's right."
Yeah.
But
Totally.
I don't really look up when they were born or whatever. I only really do that if I plan on working with someone.
Yeah. Totally.
I'm like, ah, I love that. I need them to work with me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
I
good.
do lots of stuff. I like anime. I like. Sometimes I make things. I made dream catchers for a while. Once out of paper clips and yarn. That was fun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What have you just like anime wise? What have you just watched?
I just finished watching Given because I was like, oh, James is gonna ask me about my favorite anime. I should probably finish that series. So I did.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it. It's basically about a boy who wants to play guitar, and it's kind of emotional.
Yeah.
There's
All right.
sadness
Mm.
and romance, all the stuff you want out of an anime. Sadness and romance.
Not brutal, bloody combat to the death. Nothing like that.
Man, I don't watch a ton of shonen. What's the last shonen thing I watched? I don't know. I wanna check out JoJo's Bizarre Adventure just because like everyone loves it and it's been mentioned. And Dragon Ball Z maybe.
Can I get an F in
classic.
chat for the cancellation of Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
What?
Good to see you, Chef. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about looking at chat. Whoops.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Sorry, chat.
Don't panic.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
but
some
like,
of my favorites are like I like Fruits Basket. I really like Fruits Basket because I didn't really care for the English dub, but I like what they're doing with the new one. I
Mhm.
like that one better. That one's good.
yeah.
I'll watch the dub of that one.
Ooh.
And I also like Oran High School Host Club, and
Hmm.
I've also recently watched Ascendance of a Bookworm, which I like. It's that the new hotness genre where someone gets resurrected into a fantasy world or something, that kind of thing.
Oh, what's that called?
Teleporting.
Is that called?
There's like a name for it now.
Is it
I don't remember.
Isekai? Is it that right? Is it Isekai?
Probably.
I feel like it's Isekai.
Oh yeah, One Punch Man. I've watched that. My Hero. Oh, there's the shonen I like. One Punch Man and My Hero Academia. There we go. I like
There you
those
go.
ones. Those ones are good.
To be fair,
I haven't.
they're great.
I am not up to date with. I'm not current with My Hero Academia, but I do want to watch the new seasons. I've only seen season 1,
Man,
but I'll catch up eventually.
Grifftrot's problems have been taken away
Yay! You freed him.
from the Christmas decorations of death.
His face is really scary when he does that. It's like
To be fair,
it opens the wrong way. I love that.
a lot of monsters do pull funny faces when you spare them.
It's true. Isn't that like their death animation or something?
This is my favorite. This is my favorite GIF in the AFAC comic.
He's a good one.
Remember this?
Yeah, it is good.
So good.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
jumping around between snow puffs. Oh,
Anytime
man.
something's animated, it's thanks to me. You're welcome. Because
Amazing.
listen, Deanna is wonderful, but like I said, she has fatigue issues and she always wants to like post as soon as she's done with something, and she tries to find the fastest way to make a thing. So sometimes the fastest way isn't the coolest way.
Yeah, totally. But like the extra effort that goes into stuff like that really makes the difference and makes the comic pop.
Exactly. I'm the 10% of the comic that is the extra effort.
Yeah.
And also dialogue.
So
I do a lot of the dialogue.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Nicholas, we're talking about a specific bit of the Ask Frisk and Company comic.
Yeah, where one of the characters is, well, it's this part of the game where they're looking at the snow puffs. It's cute, and I like it. It's good.
Oh God.
I like our comic. Looking back on it now, it's like that's a pretty good comic. I'd read it.
Yeah. Like the idea
Even
is you want to create stuff that you would watch, you would choose to watch, and
yeah, exactly.
and that's a pretty decent yardstick. It's the same with the dubs that I've edited and stuff, and to
Mhm.
hope that the voice work I've done has been decent.
Because oftentimes if you love something, you're not alone in that.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, it's not true for everything, but it is true for many things. I think. As long as
Yeah.
you're also making sure it's good.
Totally.
Because you can like something that's trash. That
Mm.
happens. I like trash things sometimes. I've read a lot of manga and I've watched a lot of anime. Some of those were trash.
Oh God, I'm gonna die. There you go.
But yeah. Sometimes you read something just for the premise.
Mm.
You gotta not move when it's blue.
Oh.
Wait, did you forget for real?
Ah, man, no, it's orange that I need to move through. I'm sorry.
That's really funny.
Oh man.
Oh, you missed the window. Oh, we did it. I managed to
I-
criticize your gaming skills.
Thank you. Yeah,
You're
pre-stream,
welcome.
we're just like, hey, Megan's gonna tell me how bad I am at Undertale. Prophecy fulfilled.
To be fair, you're running on 50% because you're giving me at least half of your attention.
Yeah, it's true, and I can't
you're only going to
multitask.
be
That's definitely
you're
true.
only going to be half as good at the game as a result.
Sapphire, this is Undertale on PC. It is the remastered mod, so all of the combat icons have
Color.
color
They've been colored.
and shaded and stuff, which is super
Yeah.
good.
It is nice.
Human.
I wonder if they've done the special event characters as well.
That's
like the ones that only show up.
That's a good question.
Because you can only test that like once a year, right?
I mean, maybe if the Fandom lives is still running in freaking Halloween, then we can play So Sorry, or I don't know.
Yeah, find out if they've gone the distance. I imagine they would have. They just have to look through the game files and change every image in them, right?
Blue stop signs. I'm
I
sorry,
wonder
Hoodie
I
Bad.
wonder if they've done Gaster.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And it's not one that I have an answer for right now. Hoodie Bird, I know that I've neglected you this stream, and I'm very, very sorry about that. It's just, Megan, mate, I'm absolutely fascinated. I mean that genuinely. I feel like I might be sounding sarcastic, but like, it is a really interesting sort of journey you've had. Do you have any advice to anybody who like is trying to do something similar, like any aspiring voice actors or comic artists? Like, what would you advise them?
It's not always going to work out, every group you're a part of, but you are gonna make some friends along the way who stick around, and those are the people that you keep doing stuff with. And sometimes someone sticks around through an entire project and you finish something. Yeah, me and Deanna, we're gonna finish our comic. It's gonna happen.
I mean, it's
we're already like halfway there. Yeah. We're almost to the middle. Well, it's not the middle in terms of pages, but it's the middle in terms of story, or rather the high point or whatever it's gonna be.
Yeah, totally.
You know, that part where things change and you start racing towards the end. We're almost there. I'm excited. But yeah.
How much
money I hope I've given some insight about what it's like actually making the comic. Like, me and her, we sit down, we talk about what's gonna happen next, what our plans for the future are gonna be like, and then I'll get an idea, or she'll get an idea, and then we'll try to figure out, okay, what does that look like? How do we make that into a thing? Sometimes I'll do some drawings. I'll be like, she's got to make this face. It's funny if it's this face.
Yeah. Amazing.
She needs to do the dragon breath thing or something like that. Or Deanna came up to me and was like, you're gonna hate this, but hear me out. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, a future version of Azrael comes in from some apocalypse timeline, And I'm like, I have to figure out how to make that work now. Basically.
Yeah, amazing. But it worked. You know.
Yeah, that's part of it. She'll come up with crazy things, and then I'll be like, okay, how does that work in the story?
Man.
How do we make that good? And then we make it good, and it is good.
Yeah.
Because you can turn most ideas into something good. It's hard to come up with a purely terrible idea.
Totally. Farting dog.
Well, maybe it's not that hard. I don't know. I don't come up with that many bad ideas. But
Sorry, I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing in the game. Should we go to the library?
Of course, go to the library. Every time I play Undertale, you have to play it like the first time.
Welcome to the library. Yes, we know.
Pretend
The
you don't
signs
know
were stopped.
anything. And just do what you do.
Amazing.
Every time I fight Mettaton, you just gotta let him talk through his dialogue. Because it wouldn't be fair to
That's
interrupt him, would it?
There's a secret fight that can only be done before Papyrus. Go back to the
Punishment
forest.
for failing.
What secret fight is that, Mr. Hoodie Bird Man?
Secret fight. What? I want to go on the dates. Let's go on the dates.
Hoodie Bird, like,
Friendship
talk to me,
dates.
my friend. Like, where is... Where's this secret boss? I genuinely don't know. Am I a terrible fan if I don't know about the pre-Papyrus secret fight?
Not at all. There's always something you don't know.
Oh, what a beautiful
Nobody
hug.
knows everything. Nobody. People who say they do are liars.
Amazing. Anyway,
Yep.
what else are we talking about? So we've got advice, we've got interests outside.
Yeah, pretty
That-
sure I explained what my workday is like. I
Yeah.
do drawings. I say, hey, do this. I've drawn some of the backgrounds in the comic too. Not many, but like at least 2.
Mm, glide.
Every time I offer to do art to help Deanna out, she's like, but it wouldn't match. And I'm like, yeah, I guess not.
Mm,
So I basically have to let her do all the art.
yeah, totally.
At least all of the final art.
I'm gonna double back because apparently glide is before Papyrus. I didn't know this.
Mm.
Should I buy like healing items? I should probably buy healing items.
I mean, if you need them,
I
get
think
'em.
I might. Well, at my current freaking,
You could just sleep at the inn to get back to full, also.
I have done that. I think.
Oh, good. Because I remember you took a lot of damage from that dog, so...
It's true.
Yeah.
See, I've got 30 hit points. It's freaking great.
There you go. You're making your way.
Making
So
my
you're
way
gonna try to
downtown.
find a secret fight, huh? Secret fight.
We'll
huh?
close out the stream with a secret
Mm.
fight.
Alright, I was gonna talk about D&D.
Yes, let's talk
I
about
didn't do
Dungeons
that
and
yet.
Dragons. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do
Okay,
it.
just a little bit, just a little. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons, similar advice. Sometimes you'll join a group and you'll have fun, but then things get weird, and it's okay to find other people to play with.
Exactly.
It happens. Like, sometimes a group just isn't good. A great way to help with this kind of thing is, like, talk to the person running the game before the game starts and be like, hey, what's your game gonna be like?
Mm.
So that you play a character that works for that campaign. Because, like, if you, for example, James, you love combat, right?
I love me some combat.
Imagine if I had tried to play a diplomatic, roleplay-centric character in your campaign. It wouldn't work.
Nah, man.
Exactly.
Nah, man.
Because it wouldn't work well. I
Spaghetti.
could play it, but it wouldn't be as fun.
How do you break in and start doing comics and such? I would say it's a case of
Ooh.
it's a case of like identifying something original if you want to make a comic, but in terms of dubbing them, the most important thing is find something that you're passionate about and get the permission from the artist. Like, you gotta get
Correct.
permission. Like,
As far as making a comic is concerned, if you can't draw, find a friend you like who can and also wants to make the comic with you. If you can't write things, find someone who likes the thing that you do, that you can work with. Like, that's all that's stopping you, really. Because if you just have an idea and you're not going to make anything out of it, you're not really making a comic. You just have an idea. But if you find someone else or other people who also like your idea, who can help you make it, then you can make it happen. But yeah, if you want to make a comic of anything, just start making it and then put it on the internet somewhere, and then make your friends read it and hope that they talk about it with other people. That's pretty much the best you can do, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, if you start making fan comics, that's a good way to, like, get people paying attention, because people already like that thing and are looking for things like it. So that's how AFAC works in any case. Like, it's a fan comic of Undertale, and the only reason people started reading, well, the main reason people started reading it is because they liked Undertale.
Yeah.
Not because they cared about, I don't know, Deanna or me or whatever. They were reading it because they liked the thing Toby made, and then they were like, oh, this thing's like that, and then they started reading it, and then they're like, oh, we like this thing too, also.
Yeah, totally.
So, like, yeah. So now if we do other stuff, maybe some of those people will be like, you know what, I liked their Undertale thing, maybe I'll like this thing too, and maybe they'll come look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really shrewd and kind of wise perspective, the fact that when you're doing a fan comic, it's going to be the thing that you're doing art for is the main draw, and then once you have an established fandom who appreciate, you know, you as the artist, then that's the point where you know you can try something new and original.
Yeah, and there'll be plenty of people who are literally just there because it's Undertale content, and you know what? That's fine. That's what it's there for, to be content for people to enjoy.
Yeah, it's an expression of your fandom, isn't it? Like.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like a community thing, and we do like to get involved with the people who send us asks and stuff, and like Deanna answers questions all the time, and I'm like, yeah. Most of the time I don't really worry about responding to them because she does it so much, and I'm like, well, she's got it covered.
Well, I have been attacked by Glide.
That's beautiful. They did a little rainbow.
Look at that. That's amazing.
I like it.
How do I do this? I have not freaking
I don't remember.
fought this boss before.
I haven't played Undertale in like a year, 2 years, something like that. I finished the game. I beat it already.
Refuses to give more details about its statistics. Its attack is high and its defense is high. Am I? Oh my goodness. Am I gonna die here?
Details about his statistics.
Sorry for nothing.
Wait, how did you trigger this fight? Is this the cave fight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. This is pretty. I like it. Nice colors.
Applaud.
You can always run away.
Okay, I rule. I admit it. Oh hell.
Just use your intuition.
I don't have any intuition. Ah! Oh god.
Speaking of intuition, one of the things I really like about this game is the little thing with the statue. I didn't even know it was a puzzle. I just wanted to leave my umbrella there. And then it turned out to have been a puzzle, and I'm like, that's really intuitive. Because you see a poor little statue getting rained on, and you're like, I don't need this umbrella anymore.
Yeah.
I like that. I thought that was real cute. And then it starts playing a little music box, and it's like, oh, that's adorable. I love that.
Oh hell. I'm gonna die. Oh no! It's my first time, guys. That's my excuse.
There.
It's been about an hour, which is the time that I thought that we'd allocate to this, and I've kind of run out of questions for you as well. Maybe this is a place to kind of.
I think I forgot to mention that D&D is really fun, though.
Oh yeah, Dungeons and Dragons is the best way that you can spend your free time. If you haven't found a group yet or a dungeon master, you've got to find it. It's great.
Scheduling is always the hardest part of D&D. I promise.
It's the real life that gets in the way of the game. Anyway, here we go. We're going to end the
Well, thanks
stream
for
here.
having me.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, I think...
Feel free to invite me on again.
Yeah, I mean, totally. I mean, there's a list of people.
You
Sorry,
want.
you're going to have to get in line. Anyway,
Sure.
the
I'll come on when you run out of other people.
Blair has asked me to make the announcement, which is kind of scary. But seeing as it's you, and seeing as it's your comic...
I don't know what you're doing.
I mean, we've talked about this before.
No, we didn't.
No? No?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Pretty sure. And we have talked. Like you were in the same call. We're talking about the potential of TwoAllNighters freaking taking on, having a go at dubbing Ask Risk and Company.
Well, yeah, you guys have permission to do that. Anyone can dub our comic.
Amazing. And that is the most awkward possible way.
Yeah,
to announce.
like Meow Mouse has a dub.
That's true. And
No reason you guys can't.
Mia has done some great work, and actually I've been talking to her about appearing on here. But yes, TwoAllNighters, one of the projects we're excited to announce is we're going to have a go at dubbing Ask Frisk and Company, which is going to be exciting. So
yeah, wish you guys luck.
We're in this initial stages of planning and prepping, casting, and getting some panels, and we'll let you know how it goes. Yeah, so take that as an announcement to end the stream on. Thank you so much for watching.
Good announcement, James.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to love each other, and see you next time. For the fandom lives. Goodbye.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Bye.